sophomore forward from Fort Wayne, Ohio, number 20, Allie Vaughn. A senior guard from Spencer, Indiana, number 22, Deja Drake. A senior center from Alexandria, Virginia, number 24, Connor Gambrell. A junior forward from Millersburg, Ohio, number 30, Emily Sebo. The forwards are coached by Darby Macker.
Just heard the starting lineups, and it is now time for basketball here in Marion, Indiana. Owen, what do you see as the keys to the game today for both these teams?
You know, Sam, coming into it, the Wildcats are obviously, like you said before we went to break before the starting lineups, the Wildcats are running hot, Sam. They're on a 10-game win streak, like you said, and then on the complete opposite side, Huntington is on a 3-game losing streak. So for Huntington, they're going to have to come out fast. They're going to come out hot here. And honestly, for IWU, they're just going to have to keep doing what they're doing. That really good defense followed by really good offense.
Gambrell wins the tip, and we are underway in Marion. It'll be number 20, Allie Vaughn with the basketball. She gets it over to Ryman. Emily Sebo with the basketball now in the hands of Gambrell. Gambrell driving on Nutley. Spins, looks, gets it to Vaughn. Vaughn's shot is up. Offensive rebound goes to Gambrell, and the Foresters will have a quick second chance on the first possession. Gambrell with the ball, top of the key. Looking, trying to get it inside to Vaughn. She goes around Nutley and gets the first bucket to go. And just like that, Connor Gambrell puts the Foresters ahead.
Yeah, she attacked really well going into that paint, and honestly really forced the Wildcats to play some solid defense, and she caught them sleeping.
And Foresters open up in a 1-3-1 zone. Get it to Merrill in the corner. Merrill will take a three off the top of the backboard. Not a great shot there from Claire Merrill to start things off. Celeste Ryman with the basketball, dribbling left, gets it over to Allie Vaughn. Vaughn spins around Merrill, drives inside, has to kick it out. Good ball movement from the Foresters. They get it over to Sebo for a three, and she hits it. The leading three-point shooter for the Foresters, shooting about 37.7%. Gets the three to fall, and Wildcats down 5 early.
Yeah, and the Wildcats really make their bread and butter on defense, and you see right there 2 possessions in a row with some lackluster defense, and it leads to 5 quick points for the Foresters.
Foul goes against Celeste Ryman. She was mismatched a little bit on Jade Nutley. Good to have Nutley back for the Wildcats. She was out for a little over 2 weeks with a head injury, and good to have her back. They needed her inside. Frazier gets the ball inside and goes right to work with an easy bucket to get the Wildcats on the board.
Yeah, Sam, and the last time you and I got to call a game for the Wildcats, I'm almost positive that she had at least 12 points in the paint. I could probably over-exaggerating it, but it seemed as if that's what she was doing, just going up with that right hand.
And travel is going to go against Connor Gambrell. She got a little bit of a push from Jade Nutley. I didn't know if it was going to be a foul or a travel call. They're going to rule the travel, but and the Wildcats will get the ball.
Yeah, they blew the whistle, and I was a little scared right there. It's going to be a defensive foul, but we got an offensive traveling.
Damon with the ball, looking for Merrill. Merrill, well defended by Allie Vaughn, and a little too aggressive on the Foresters early, 2 quick fouls. That one's going to go against Connor Gambrell, and they don't want her in foul trouble, the leading rebounder and the second leading scorer for the Foresters.
Yeah, you mentioned something about how they're playing some quick defense and some aggressive defense, and it is very evident because it is making the Wildcats take some unprecedented shots at the beginning of the game.
Damon with the basketball, dribbling left, guarded by Gambrell. Gets into the corner to Merrill. Looking inside, finds Jade Nutley. She's double teamed. Lily Frazier's got to work with it. Finds Damon at the top of the key. Her three-pointer is short. Trying to save it was Bailey Van Dyke, but she stepped out of bounds. And Damon has struggled a little bit from three-point range this year, shooting just 29% from behind the arc, down from 40% last year. Wildcats would love to see her kind of get it going before the playoffs start. Well, it's going to be batted out of play by the Wildcats. It'll be Forrester's ball with 22 on the shot clock. Vaughn will inbound. Trying to get it to Gambrell. Nearly got a 5-second call. Now Drake with a basketball. Drake spins, gets it out to Ryman. Drake will take a three, short, rebound Merrill.
And that was a great defensive possession right there by the Wildcats, and hopefully it can lead to some points here.
Merrill is trapped up in the corner, has to get away to Nutley. Nutley picks up her dribble, nearly turns the ball over, and now she will. It's going to go out of bounds on Jade Nutley. And the Wildcats, with some poor ball handling right on this corner, end up turning it over. Some substitutions now. Yeah,
we're going to get an early substitution here for the Wildcats. Coming out for the Wildcats, number 20, Kelly Damon, and subbing in for the Wildcats will be number 2, Maddie Lawrence.
Maddie Robrock will come in for the Foresters. She replaces Connor Gambrell. Lyman with the basketball, top of the key, dribbling left, steps back, fires, shot on the way, and it's good. A three-pointer for Celeste Ryman, her first bucket of the game. Frazier takes it right inside, backs down a defender, spins and gets the bucket to go. 2 baskets for Lily Frazier, 2 shots made for Frazier.
It almost seems that the Wildcats can't find a way to get some points. They just got to find Frazier down inside the paint, and she will put up something.
Frazier going to work on the defensive end now. Robrock has the ball, left foul line extended, gets it to Ryman. Ryman, top of the key, dribbles past Merrill. Finds Vaughn in the corner, Vaughn for 3, it's short. Rebound goes to Claire Merrill, and the Wildcats will come the other way down 4. Frazier with the basketball, she's gonna drive left-handed. Now finds Van Dyke inside, who can't get the layup to fall. Fight for the basketball, and it's gonna stay with Indiana Wesleyan. Good fight by Bailey Van Dyke to get that ball back for Indiana Wesleyan.
Yeah, you know, you usually see sometimes if someone was to miss a shot, and they usually struggle getting their own offensive rebound right there, but Van Dyke did a very good job of contesting that, and it leads to an out of bounds on the Foresters.
Frazier gets the ball inside, and right to work goes Lily Frazier, and another bucket. She's got all 6 for Indiana Wesleyan.
Yeah, it almost doesn't seem as if she has a particular side. She can go with the left and the right, and it is just equally as good.
Ryman with the basketball, top of the key. She's got a mismatch against Nutley now. They get it to Robrock. Robrock gets it over to Allie Vaughn. She'll hand it back to Ryman. She thought about a 3, but mishandled the ball. Now steps back. Allie Vaughn spins, gonna drive inside. She's double teamed, gets it to Robrock. Has to throw up a 3, and she hits it, does Emily Sebo. And that's 2 threes of the game for Emily Sebo.
That was an unbelievable shot right there, Sam. Honestly, these Foresters have had 3 really good three-point shots, and they've made both.
And an easy bucket inside for Jade Nutley. Good find from Lily Frazier, and now Frazier has scored or assisted on all of the Wildcats' 8 points.
That was a great find right there by Frazier, and honestly, an easy bucket when it compares to the Foresters' defense that they're playing so far.
Sebo's gonna drive inside, now kicks it out. Vaughn, the lefty, firing from downtown, and she hits it, and the Foresters are unconscious from deep to start this first quarter.
Yeah, and Sam, honestly, that wasn't really the way that they played last game. As they, at home for Huntington, they lost 83-61.
And Frazier misses a couple of times, gets her own rebound, and gets another bucket to go. Frazier has 8 points and 1 assist. The Wildcats have 10 points, and they're down 4 to the Foresters with 4:34 to go first quarter. Ball inside Robrock. She's gonna find That's number 22, Deja Drake, and she hits a three, and that's the 5th three of the ball game for the Foresters.
Yeah, Sam, I don't know if you remember, but the last time we called the game together, the Wildcats were on fire from three-point, and it almost seems this is the Foresters are doing the exact same thing.
Frazier's gonna drive inside. Another bucket for Frazier. She's got 10 here in the first quarter.
That is unbelievable. 12 points for the Wildcats and 10 points for Lily Frazier.
She's the only thing keeping the Wildcats in this game with the hot shooting from the Foresters. Drake with the ball. She's guarded by Van Dyke. She gets the screen from Robrock. Ball inside. There goes Allie Vaughn. Vaughn finds Ryman, who leaves the layup short, but she gets the steal on Frazier. Ryman throws up another shot. She was surrounded by Wildcats. Thought she should have backed that one out.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good defensive play right there, but a not so smart offensive play on the other end.
And Ryman gets another steal, and they were looking for Maddie Lawrence at the corner. Lawrence, we haven't said her name a lot tonight. She didn't get the start. Jade Nutley got the start, but she came in quickly. Hasn't done a lot here in the first quarter. Drake with the basketball. She's gonna look for Vaughn. Vaughn spins, finds Drake. The shot on the way, no good. Another rebound for Claire Merrill. She'll come the other way and slow things down. 3:10 to go, first quarter. She gets Jade Nutley top of the key, swings it over to Lily Frazier. Frazier dribbles with the right hand, gets it back to Nutley. She has it poked out of her hands by Allie Vaughn. Nutley spins, she picks up her dribble, now has to get it away. Fires inside, Lily Frazier. Blocking foul, count the basket. Lily Frazier, unconscious so far in this first quarter. She has 12 of the Wildcats' 14.
That is unbelievable, and she's about to have 12 of the Wildcats' 14. Now she's about to have 13 of the Wildcats' 15. An unbelievable start for Lily Frazier.
Foul's gonna go on number 4, Celeste Ryman. Possibly in that restricted area. Mass substitution for the Foresters. Hovey and Reed will come in for Indiana Wesleyan as well as Izzy Reed. Yes, Jordan Reed and Izzy Reed. Gambrell comes back in for the Foresters along with Janessa Hasty, the Oak Hill graduate, and Logan Rowles.
Frazier connects on that free throw, making it 13 points for her of the Wildcats' 15.
Hasty with the basketball. She gets it over to Sebo. Sebo's gonna drive inside, now finds Gambrell. Gambrell working against Maddie Lawrence. Dribbles, crosses over, drives inside, shot up, and it's good. Good shot from Gambrell to go right over the top of Maddie Lawrence.
Yeah, I don't think Lawrence could have played any better defense, honestly. The only better defense I guess she could have played is if she would have blocked the shot.
And an off-ball foul is gonna go against number 23 on the Foresters side. That's Lauda Valiente Marin. And Gambrell will take another seat on the bench. She came in for just about 30 seconds and takes another seat.
Yeah, a bit of an odd substitution right there for the Foresters.
Robrock will come back in. And Jordan Reed traveled. She left just a little too early before she started dribbling.
Yeah, and here comes Kelly Damon back in for the Wildcats, and she will be subbing in for 32 Lily Frazier.
So Frazier gets a spot on the bench after scoring the 13 of the first 15 points for Indiana Wesleyan, and she assisted on the other baskets, so she's responsible for all 15 of Indiana Wesleyan's points.
Yeah, in some way or another, Lily Frazier had a massive impact and is probably one of the sole reasons the Wildcats are still 4 points down.
That was Logan Rouse in the corner. She gets it away, and a double dribble is going to go against the Foresters. That goes against Rouse, and Wildcats will take the ball down 15-19, 2:01 to play first quarter. Things have slowed down after a hot start from both these teams. Lawrence with the ball top of the key. She gets over to Reed. Reed gives it back to Lawrence. Looking, trying to set up a play. Trying to get it to Damon. Reed was pushed over, no foul call. Damon crossing over. Finds Hovey. Hovey, crossover behind the back now. Spins, double teamed, has to get away, gets it to Jordan Reed. She's gonna throw up a shot off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound Foresters. The other way comes Janessa Hasty. Hasty gets it over to Valiente Marin. Marin, dribbling, left-handed, fires inside. Ball is tipped around and turned over. That was Logan Rouse. She was looking for Janessa Hasty. And now a timeout. Indiana Wesleyan, 30-second timeout. What have you seen so far from both these teams, Owen?
Yeah, honestly, I mean, Sam, I don't know about you, but the Foresters came out shooting very early, and they were hot for a while. And then towards the end of this timeout that the Wildcats have called, they kind of slowed down a little bit. Some solid defense was being played by the Wildcats, and some smarter shots were being made by the Wildcats. But those smarter shots were being made by Lily Frazier. So honestly, there's not much to see so far from both teams. We are very early, but some solid defense followed up by some solid offense. It seems as if there's a stop on defense, there is usually a solid basket by either team on the following offensive possession.
The Foresters shooting 71% from downtown, 5 of 7. Wildcats have not hit a 3 yet in this game, but they haven't needed to. Lily Frazier has done it all for Indiana Wesleyan. She has 13 of the Wildcats' 15, 1:16 to play here in this first quarter. And we're back to action. It'll be Wildcat basketball. Lawrence will inbound to Kelly Damon. She'll cross over the midcourt stripe. Gets it into Hovey. Hovey will spin again. Up and under, inside, looks like something Lily Frazier would do, but she leaves it just a bit short, and a foul called on Jordan Reed.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure. I didn't see much. I think it was probably an over-the-back foul, as there was some fighting for a rebound right there.
Wildcats will go into their half-court trap press. Ball inside, Logan Rouse. And they'll back it out to Valiente Marin. She gets it over to Robrock. Robrock inside. Ball is bounced around as Janessa Hasty had it. Valiente Marin crosses over. In the corner, and the ball is turned over. That was number 20, Ali Vaughn, turning the ball over. She just looked like she almost dribbled it off her foot, and then just a little bit of a high dribble, and the ball goes out of bounds, and Wildcats will make some substitutions. Frazier will come back in along with Jade Nutley. Jade Hovey and Izzy Reed will take spots on the bench. Yeah,
I know we're pretty early in the game so far, but that was probably the best defensive possession by either teams, especially the Wildcats right there.
Lawrence with the basketball, top of the key, dribbles left-handed, handoff dribble to Reed. Reed's gonna find Nutley. Nutley's gonna drive inside. She's double team, kicks it out to Damon. Damon to Frazier. Frazier spins. She gets three Foresters around her. Gives it over to Jordan Reed, and she cannot get the basket to fall. 10 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here comes Valiente Morin. Guarded by Jordan Reed. Stops, looks inside. Kickball violation's gonna go in against Jordan Reed with 3.5 seconds to go, and the Foresters will inbound.
Yeah, but that was some very solid defense right there by Jordan Reed. Even though it was a kickball violation on her, some great defense right there.
Morin will inbound. She's going to look for Rouse. She finds Vaughn. Vaughn, the shot up, no good. And we will head to the break with the Foresters leading 19-15. We'll be right back. You're listening to Wildcat Basketball. Back now here in Lucky Arena, Marion, Indiana. It's the Indiana Wesleyan Wildcats trailing the Huntington Foresters by a score of 15-19. Foresters came out shooting hot from downtown. 5 of 7 in that first quarter. Leading scorer was Emily Sebo with 6. She hit 2 threes in that first quarter. What do the Wildcats need to do differently to take back this lead, Owen?
Well, you know, with number 32 being on the court, Lily Frazier, honestly, I would say give her the ball and play some solid defense. Obviously, disperse the ball around. You got some great players on the court, but you want to find the hot hand, and Jade Nutley is that hot hand. Or, I'm sorry, Lily Frazier is that hot hand.
Frazier with the ball. She's going to drive inside, now spins out, turns the ball over near the nose. She gets the ball back. Jade Nutley will find Damon. Damon inside to Jordan Reed. Good ball movement by the Wildcat, but it's kicked off. Reed was trying to make the skip pass, and Janessa Hasty gets the steal. Hasty guarded by Frazier. It's going to spin, gets it inside to Valiente Marin. And Maddie Robrock's basket is no good, shot is no good. And Merrill pulls down another rebound. Claire Merrill now has 5 rebounds so far in this game. Merrill with the basketball, guarded by Hasty. Top of the key, nearly turns it over, she does. Other way comes the Foresters. Allie Vaughn got the steal, and the Wildcats with 2 quick turnovers to start this second quarter, and a foul is going to go against Merrill.
Yeah, and it almost seemed as if there was no other option out of that. It was either let the Foresters get an easy basket early in the second quarter, or commit a foul.
Valiente Marin, and that's turnover by the Foresters. The other way comes Jordan Reed, and a fast break bucket. And the first bucket that was not scored or assisted by Lily Frazier for the Wildcats. Wildcats back into their press. Valiente Marin with the ball near half court, standing on the I and the IWU logo. Maddie Robrock with the ball. Now top of the key, looking for the handoff dribble, doesn't find it, gets it to Rouse. Rouse, guarded by Frazier. Ball inside to Hasty. Over to Valiente Marin. Her shot no good, rebound Frazier, and the Wildcats will come the other way with a chance to tie or take the lead. Frazier crosses over and gets it to Merrill. Jordan Reed now in the corner, guarded by Valiente Marin. 3-point shot on the way from Claire Merrill, and she hits it, and the Wildcats with their first lead of the ball game at 2019.
That was a great defensive possession, and it was followed by an unbelievable offensive possession right there, Sam, and a solid 3-point shot by Claire Merrill.
Wildcats back on defense now. Rouse with the basketball. She gives it over to Marin. Nearly a turnover, but they're going to call a foul on Claire Merrill reaching around. And actually going to go against Kelly Damon, they say. I thought it was on Claire Merrill, but they say it's against Damon. Marin, Hasty, and Rouse will take a seat on the bench. Starters back in for the Foresters, outside of Connor Gambrell, who has not come back into this game. Wonder if we're dealing with some type of injury, maybe that is causing her to take a seat on the bench for much of this first half. Robrock will take a long jumper, no good. Rebound goes to Jordan Reed. She comes the other way. Reed gives it over to Lily Frazier. Frazier crosses over inside, puts a shot up, no good. And the Foresters will come the other way. Vaughn gets it over to Deja Drake. Drake's gonna drive inside left-handed, goes right by Lily Frazier, and she missed the layup. Reed comes back the other way. Wildcats moving quickly. Jordan Reed up and under. Shot no good off the back of the rim.
Yeah, and that seemed almost rushed right there, I would probably say. Jordan Reed coming down really fast down the court with the ball in her hand, not really looking to pass it off. She kind of went up really quickly and missed a shot.
And Allie Vaughn's shot was blocked, but they're going to call foul on Indiana Wesleyan. Foul's going to go against Jordan Reed. And for Reed, that's already her second foul.
Yeah, and subbing in for the Wildcats will be number 2, Maddie Lawrence. She'll be going in for Jade Nutley. And then coming out for the Foresters is number 44, Maddie Robrock. And then checking in for the Foresters was number 30, correct?
No, I believe it was number 21.
Number 21.
Janessa Hasty.
Yes.
First free throw by Vaughn was good. Second free throw up and on the way. That one finds the bottom of the net, and the Foresters retake the lead. 21-20, 7:01 to play, second quarter. Damon with the basketball, dribbles inside, gets over to Merrill. Wildcats swinging around. Maddie Lawrence thought about a three, doesn't take it. And it's going to be a push that's going to go against Allie Vaughn of the Foresters. Just the third team foul for the Foresters.
Yeah, coming in for the Wildcats now will be number 21, Bailey Van Dyke, and she'll be subbing in for Jordan Reed, who had herself a very solid defensive substitution when she was in for the game.
Van Dyke with the basketball. Throws it off of a foot, I thought, but no, it's going to say just went out of bounds. And a turnover for Bailey Van Dyke the second she checks back in. And the Foresters will take possession, but the Wildcats are going to go into a little bit of a man-to-man press. Claire Merrill against Celeste Ryman. Ryman crossing over, gets it inside now, turns it over, back-to-back turnovers. She tried to get a little bounce pass into Allie Vaughn and just missed her.
Yeah, that was great press coverage defense right there, and honestly, it led to the inerrant pass.
Damon with the basketball now, dribbling right-handed. Damon spins around, gets it to Maddie Lawrence. Frazier with the basketball, crosses over between her legs, gets it over to Claire Merrill in the corner. Trying to find it back to Frazier. Frazier drives inside, kicks it into the corner. It's going to go out of bounds. Tipped pass by Hasty. And Hasty, the senior guard, just down the road from Swayze, Indiana, has played well on the defensive end here in this game.
Yeah, a couple steals, a couple tip passes that led to either an out of bounds or just a restart of a possession.
And another tip pass, that one by Deja Drake. And the Wildcats will have to inbound once again. Frazier will inbound this time for Indiana Wesleyan. Gets it inside to Lawrence. Lawrence fake the handoff dribble, now back down to the defender, and Deja Drake was no match for the big Maddie Lawrence. And Lawrence gives the Wildcats another lead.
Yeah, she tried to sell it right there, honestly. She did a good job. I was very, very tempted to think that they might call it on her, but a solid shot right there.
And Ryman hits another three on the other end. And for Ryman, that's her second three of the ball game. She's now got 6 points. And a missed shot from Indiana Wesleyan, and the Foresters will come the other way. Deja Drake with the basketball, guarded by Lily Frazier. Nearly double dribble, a high dribble. Thought it was going to be stolen by Lily Frazier, but it wasn't. And the Foresters maintain possession. Vaughn dribbling left-handed, handoff dribble to Janessa Hasty. Ball is now stolen by Lily Frazier, and she's going to come the other way, 2-on-1. Frazier drives inside, goes right past two defenders and scores. Lily Frazier with another bucket for Indiana Wesleyan. And I think she was the only Wildcat on this side of the floor with 3 Foresters around her, still gets the bucket to fall.
Yeah, and she honestly was cold. She didn't really take many shots once she subbed back in at the start of the second, but just right there, she starts off right where she left off.
And another three for Allie Vaughn. That's her second three, and that is the 7th three here in the first half by the Foresters. They lead 27-24. Ball inside, Bailey Van Dyke. She gets her first basket to go. Good find by Maddie Lawrence. Driving inside, defense collapse, finds Bailey Van Dyke. Ryman will come the other way with the basketball. She's guarded by Claire Merrill. She gives it over to Deja Drake. Drake with the ball, right foul line extended inside to Sebo. Sebo shot no good. Rebound goes to Frazier. Frazier, guarded by Hasty, will dribble behind the back and give it over to Maddie Lawrence. Maddie Lawrence driving inside, spins up and under, try to get a little spin off the backboard. Shot no good, rebound Foresters.
Yeah, a little too much spin right there on the ball. You can kind of see right as she put it up, the spin might have kind of just knocked it off the front rim.
Celeste Ryman has the ball, and now Emily Sebo will take a three, but it's going to be waved off. An offensive foul is going to go against the Foresters. That one's on number 20, Allie Vaughn. An off-the-ball foul, and it'll wipe off another three, but had that one counted, that would have been the 8th three of the game for the Foresters, who have just shot unconscious from behind the arc to start this game.
Yeah, the Wildcats got pretty lucky right there with an offensive foul. Subbing in for the Wildcats will be number 4, Izzy Reed, and number 10, Jade Hovey.
Frazier with the ball. Right across the timeline, now gets it over to Maddie Lawrence. Lawrence gets it over to Izzy Reed, left foul line extended, dribbles with the left hand, her pass is tipped, she gets it to Jade Hovey. And another tip pass and another steal, that one by Maddie Robrock. And the Wildcats turn it over once again. That is their 7th turnover of the game.
Yeah, and I didn't have the pleasure to see Marion play the Wildcats, but honestly, I think so far of all the games I've watched, this is probably some of the best defense against the Wildcats I've seen played.
Missed shot by the Foresters, and Maddie Lawrence will come the other way. Can she go coast to coast? She can! And the foul. Maddie Lawrence puts the Wildcats back on top, 28-27, with a chance to extend their lead to 2. Kelly Damon will check back in for Indiana Wesleyan, 3:19 to play. Here's another look at that coast-to-coast grab and go from Maddie Lawrence. Just a little scoop layup. Finds the bottom of the net, and free throw on the way from Lawrence.
Yeah, we almost saw something very similar with Lily Frazier, how she did pretty much the same thing, got the and one, and it was a big turnaround for the Wildcats.
And Lawrence cannot get the free throw to fall, so she cannot convert the 3-point play. It'll stay a 1-point lead for Indiana Wesleyan. Siebo with the ball, gets it inside to Robrock. Robrock spins, and good defense from Maddie Lawrence. She nearly traveled. Now Jade Hovey has the basketball. Ball's gonna stay with Indiana Wesleyan. It was tipped away by Lauda Valiente Marin. And Kelly Damon will take things out just in front of the Forrester bench. Gets it inside to Lawrence, handoff dribble. Damon's gonna stop and pop with a little floater, gets her own rebound, a shot blocked, but they're gonna call a foul. Excuse me, a foul against Deja Drake, which will send Kelly Damon to the line.
Yeah, a bit of an uncharacteristic miss right there from Damon, but a unbelievable follow-through right there, and she was able to get the offensive rebound and a foul caused by the Foresters, and it sent it to the line.
You usually talk about following your shot on jump shots or 3-point shots, but the Wildcats have done a good job following their shot on missed layups. The player who missed the layup getting their own rebound and either drawing a foul or getting the second chance bucket to go.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that is something that Coach Whaley stresses very much at practice. That and defense is one of the best things that the Wildcats have.
3 offensive rebounds for Indiana Wesleyan, and they now have a 3-point lead, their largest lead of the game. Celeste Ryman with the basketball. She gets it over to Rouse. Rouse dribbling right-handed, she's double teamed. Gets it over to Siebo. Siebo dribbles around Maddie Lawrence, looking inside, stops at the free throw line, now looking outside for Ryman. She gets to Janessa Hasty, guarded by Maddie Lawrence. Hasty spins, with time on the clock, Drake will take a 3, and that's like the first miss for Huntington from downtown, seems like it. Deja Drake misses the 3, and the Wildcats come the other way.
Yeah, that was an unbelievable defensive possession right there by the Wildcats.
Lawrence missed the layup, but gets her own. She just left it short. She was wide open after the spin move, but just left the layup short, but draws the foul.
Yeah, she's going to kill herself for that during halftime. But hey, like we said right before that offensive possession, an unbelievable follow-through right there, and she was able to get her own offensive rebound and get the foul drawn on her.
Foul goes against Deja Drake. For Drake, that's her second. 4 players with 2 fouls for the Foresters, something to watch as we head into the second half. Those 4 players are Ryman, Vaughn, Drake, and Gambrell. And Gambrell we haven't seen since early in that first quarter. She's been sitting on the bench with 2 fouls. Don't know what's going on there, but they're going to need their big center if they want to compete with the Wildcats down the stretch.
Yeah, I don't know if it's maybe possibly an injury or something, but it's honestly, it seems the last time she got subbed out, she was a bit shocked because she was only in for 30 seconds like we talked.
Both free throws made by Lawrence, and the Wildcats now lead 32-27. Ryman turns the ball over, stolen by Claire Merrill. Merrill will come the other way, one-on-one against Ryman, has the ball stripped away. Ryman with the good defense, strips it away from Claire Merrill, and she'll come the other way. Handoff dribble, that goes to Siebo. Siebo will take a quick 3, and she hits it, oh gosh. Another 3-pointer from Allie Siebo, and she has hit 3 3-pointers here in this game, and it was a quick shot. She kind of just pulled up at the top of the key and hits another one.
Yeah, and honestly, it knocked a game that the Wildcats almost seemed to be turning the corner right there, and it knocks the game back to close. And the score is now 32-30 with 1 minute and 28 left.
Ethan Whaley upset after that turnover from Indiana Wesleyan, having a discussion with one of the referees. It'll be Forester basketball. Hasty with the ball, and the ball is going to go the other way. Another offensive foul. 44, that's Maddie Robrock with the offensive loose ball foul.
Yeah, and if the foul wasn't called, that would have been a steal right there by Lily Frazier.
Almost a good thing for the Foresters because Frazier had a wide open fast break if she got that steal. Damon down the lane, drives inside. A blocking foul is going to go against the Foresters. It was Allie Vaughn who was inside the restricted arc in the paint.
Yeah, and that's 2 quick fouls right there on the Foresters. One on the offensive side and then one on the defensive side, both by number 30, Sebo.
Foul is going against Sebo, not Vaughn. First free throw on the way from Kelly Damon. Foul was against Emily Sebo. And Damon hits both free throws. 1:11 to play here in the second quarter. Wildcats lead 34-30. They'll jump back into their half-court press, but only Claire Merrill was the one pressing. Ball tipped around, and it's going to stay with the Foresters. Rowles couldn't handle the hot pass as she was cutting down the lane. But fortunately, it was tipped by one of the Wildcats, and it'll be out of bounds for Valiente Morin to inbound. Morin inside. Long pass out to Robrock, who fires it over the head of Emily Sebo. Another turnover for the Foresters, and the Wildcats with a chance to extend their lead. Coach Whitley's going to call out a play to Kelly Damon. With 58 seconds to go, Wildcats can go 2 for 1. Lawrence with the ball. Right foul line extended, gets it to Damon. Her shot on the way, off the front of the rim, no good. Jade Nutley tips out the offensive rebound. And now Claire Merrill will take a 3. She hits a 3. Claire Merrill from downtown. Wildcats lead by 7. 36 seconds to go, second quarter.
That was an unbelievable shot by Claire Merrill and almost an unbelievable offensive turnover or defensive possession right there by her as well.
Foresters with the ball. Rowles, right foul line extended. She's going to drive inside, throws up a shot, no good. And Nutley will come down with the ball now. Tipped around, Nutley fell over, and with 12 seconds to go, Merrill will pull up and hold for the last shot. Merrill guarded by Valiente Morin. She gives it over to Jade Nutley, 4 to play. Nutley has to throw up a shot. Now Lawrence will throw up a long shot, and the Wildcats a little hectic there on the last possession, but a 3 from Claire Merrill. This 3 from Claire Merrill gives the Wildcats a 7-point lead as we head to the break. It's Indiana Wesleyan 37, Huntington Foresters 30. You're listening to Wildcat Basketball. I'm Sam Wirt.
Thank you for your support of Indiana Wesleyan University Wildcats. you're looking for a rewarding career, Bowling Center has a place for you. More than 60 years, Bowling Center has served Hoosier families by providing life-changing mental care, primary health care, and addictive recovery treatment. By helping others one-on-one in homes, schools, and in the community, learn new life skills that can help them live their best lives and make a positive impact in their everyday lives. For more information, go to careers.bowlingcenter.org. That's careers.bowlingcenter.org. Indiana Wesleyan Athletics would like to thank Qualino Oats for this year's Indiana Wesleyan football season sponsorship. Qualino Oats is a senior living committed to restoring residents to their highest potential through kind, compassionate medical care and uplifting lifestyles. Recognizing that living well means something different to everyone, Qualino Oats provides all in compassionate community that empowers residents to live their best life no matter what their needs may be. Thank you, Qualino Oats, for your support of the Wildcats. donors get up to $900 in their first month. Visit www.wildlifeplasma.com for more info or stop by their location in Muncie or Kokomo. Thank you, Wildlife, for your commitment and your season sponsorship to the Wildcats.
the arena. I'm Sam Wirt, joined by my co-host.
I'm Owen Nadishin.
And Owen, what did you see in that first half from both these teams?
Well, you know, Sam, honestly, we pointed it out right before we went to the break, but Huntington is having an unbelievable game from the three-point line. They're shooting 61.5%, which, honestly, the last time I saw a number that good from the three-point line was when we called our most previous game together when Indiana Wesleyan had an insane three-point game. I think they shot around 50%. The Wildcats, on the other hand, shooting 33.3% from the three, which isn't awful, considering, I mean, there's obviously 5 people in the court. There's a lot of shots being taken. But if you look at the amount of three-point shots that Huntington is shooting from the three-point line and the amount of shots they're making, it is unbelievable. But the Wildcats have had one solid person. I mean, all around they've had a solid game from most of the people. But one performance has stood out since the first quarter, and it stood out in the second as well. On the offense and the defensive side is number 32, Lily Frazier. She is shooting 7 for 9 with 15 points. And at one point in the game, Sam, she had 13 points, and she was 13 of the 15 points that the Wildcats have put on the board. So obviously, you know, we want some solid other performances from the rest of the Wildcats teams. But if Lily Frazier can continue her unbelievable performance so far, we could have one a record-setting night possibly by Lily Frazier, and 2, and the Wildcats can come out with another conference win.
So 37-30 Wildcats lead. The Foresters will have the ball to start this second half, and we are underway. Ryman will get the basketball, and she is guarded by Claire Merrill. Dribble with the left hand now, crosses over. Wildcats with a little bit of a zone here to start the second half, coming out on a 2-3 zone. And the Foresters moving the ball around. A 3 on the way. The first miss from Emily Sebo from downtown, but the offensive rebound from Connor Gambrell. And Gambrell goes right to work after sitting for most of that first half.
Yeah, I was just about to mention, that is something that we're going to have to monitor, especially in this second half, is Gabriel and the amount of minutes she gets. You know, we've had some suspicion so far throughout the entire game.
And Frazier with a rare miss. Wide open inside. A good fake, but couldn't finish the basket. And Ryman with the ball. Wildcats go back into that 2-3 zone. Gambrell with the ball now. Flips it out to the corner. Three-pointer on the way by Drake. No good. Rebound, Nutley. Nutley is going to take the ball and hand it off to Kelly Damon. Damon with the basketball, top of the key. Gets the screen. Now guarded by Gambrell. Thought about a 3, didn't take it. Ball in the corner to Van Dyke. She's going to drive baseline. She's cut off. Now looking for an out-of-bounds or an outlet pass. But she double dribbles, and she forgot she already dribbled and tried to do it again and turns the ball over.
Yeah, and honestly, one thing, the Foresters have a pretty big package in. At the 4 and 5, they have a 5'11" is Sebo, and then Gabriel is 6 foot, so a pretty solid interior that the Foresters are starting off this second half with.
And Gambrell turns the ball over, and it'll come the other way for Indiana Wesleyan. Bailey Van Dyke driving. Now she's cut off and will look for a pass. Looking inside for Frazier, gets it to her. Frazier was fouled as she was trying to get around Emily Sebo. Sebo will pick up another foul. The first foul here in this second half. Wildcats lead 37-32 with 8:22 to play third quarter.
Yeah, there hasn't been many fouls, Sam, on the Foresters, but that is something we're going to have to watch out for because there were some key fouls that they had on either offensive rebounds by the Wildcats or made shots to send them to the line for an and 1.
Van Dyke was trying to get the ball inside to Frazier. Frazier's first shot no good. She gets her own rebound and gets the second to go. 17 points of the game for Lily Frazier. Wildcats push that lead back up to 7, 39-32. Here comes Ryman. Ryman will look in the corner, gets it to Drake. Gets the screen from Ryman, now picks up her dribble, gives it back to Ryman in the corner. She's gonna drive baseline, looks inside, gets it to Vaughn. Vaughn, her shot is blocked by Bailey Van Dyke. A good block from Van Dyke in the middle, and it'll be out of bounds Foresters basketball with 11 on the shot clock.
Yeah, and that was, honestly, you saw it right there. I don't know if you could see it, but that was some senior leadership right there by Van Dyke. After a block shot, she made sure to communicate and get the girls all together.
Gambrell looking inside, tries to go around Nutley, can't get the shot to fall, and Nutley will pull down another rebound. Here comes Lily Frazier, crosses over, now backs down against Ryman. Frazier gets the ball from Nutley. She spins and gonna draw another foul. Foul's gonna go against Celeste Ryman, and it's more foul trouble for the Foresters. Ryman, that's her third. They also have 5 other players with 2 fouls, so the Foresters have to be careful, or they're gonna have to go real deep into this bench in the second half. And back to work goes Lily Frazier, picking up where she left off in that first quarter. She's back now and has 19 points on the game. Valiente Marin looks in the corner, finds Vaughn. Vaughn's cut off by Frazier, gets it outside to Sebo. Sebo looking inside, gets it out to Vaughn. Vaughn's three on the way, it's gonna be short, but offensive rebound. It was Deja Drake picking it up. Sebo goes inside, shot will not count. It'll be a foul on the floor by Bailey Van Dyke. And some subs for both teams. It'll be Hasty in for the Foresters and Lawrence in for Indiana Wesleyan.
Yeah, and that offensive rebound right there by the Foresters, it was almost evenly. She came from the corner right here and went completely untouched and was able to get that rebound.
Inside to Gambrell. She fires it up, no good, but gets her own rebound. Shoots another one, and that one's off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound, Jade Nutley, and she'll bring the ball up the floor herself, guarded by Deja Drake. Nutley crosses over the top of the key. She's gonna spin around Drake, drives inside. Nutley drives and draws another foul.
That was an unbelievable defense to offensive possession right there by Jade Nutley.
Yeah, she gets the rebound, drives down, and gets the foul, and she'll head to the line to shoot. And for Drake, that's her third foul. And like I said, the Foresters are gonna have to be really careful on the defensive end to not pick up some more fouls, or they're gonna have to go deep into their bench. And I know they're dealing with a couple of injuries, so how deep can their bench really go?
Yeah, that's definitely something we're gonna have to keep an eye on. And Gambrell, who on this offensive, or on her offensive possession right there, with some two honestly some uncharacteristic misses, but it was some solid defense by Nutley, and she was able to follow it up right there with sending her to the line.
And Gambrell, who averages just a little over 11 points per game, she's got 6 here in this game so far. Wildcats have their largest lead of the game at 43-32, and a jump ball turnover by the Foresters is gonna go the Wildcats' way.
Yeah, Coach Maggard seemed pretty upset right there. It could have almost seemed as if there could have been a reach right there, but no call by the referees, and the Wildcats will get the ball.
Frazier stops on a dime, looks inside for Nutley, pass too long, and it's turned over by Lily Frazier. And you're talking about the head coach for the Huntington Foresters, Darby Maggard. She's in her first season she graduated from Belmont in 2019, where she played Division I college basketball for the Belmont Bruins, and she was a record setter in the NCAA. She was the only player with at least 650 assists and 400 three-point baskets, as the basket good is by Janessa Hasty. And double dribble, a carry for Jade Nutley, and a turnover for Indiana Wesleyan, and back come the Foresters. And if you're Maggard, you gotta be happy with the way the Foresters have played in this game. On the road, keeping up with top 10 team in the country in the Indiana Wesleyan Wildcats.
Yeah, well, I mean, especially like I talked about earlier, if you look at their game last time on January 4th, the Wildcats won pretty handily, 83-61.
And one by Emily Sebo. She gets the basket and she draws the foul. She will head to the line trying to make this a 6-point ball game. Some substitutions for Indiana Wesleyan. Hovey, Reed, and both Reeds will come back in for Indiana Wesleyan.
Yeah, it seems to be that's been Coach Whaley's favorite combination or trio off the bench is Hovey and both the Reeds.
Frazier and Lawrence will be the ones to stay for Indiana Wesleyan, and both free throws are knocked down. Or the free throw is knocked down by Emily Sebo, and she converts the 3-point play, and now a 6-point ball game. Lawrence with the basketball, dribbling right-handed, backs down Gambrell. Lawrence spins, now gets it out to Izzy Reed. Izzy Reed nearly traveled, gets it over to Lawrence, right foul line extended, dribbling left hand, spins inside against Gambrell. Off the backboard, no good. Rebound goes to Gambrell, and the Foresters will come the other way.
Yeah, and a couple questionable offensive possessions by the Wildcats, and it's honestly, it's leading to a possible Foresters comeback.
Here comes Marin, outside the corner, it's Sebo, and another miss from Sebo. She's gone just a little bit cold from downtown. And here comes Jordan Reed. She's double teamed, has to get it away. Looking, finally finds Maddie Lawrence. into the corner. Izzy Reed for three. She's got it. Izzy Reed from downtown, her first bucket of the game. Wildcats lead 46-37. They stretch that lead back to 9. And that ball is tipped by Frazier and goes out of bounds.
Yeah, Izzy Reed, she doesn't take very many three-pointers, but when she do, she usually makes it. Sam, she is one of the best players off the bench, I would probably say, for the Wildcats. She is unbelievable. And I mean, I had the opportunity to talk to her in a podcast earlier in the year in the first semester, and she seems like a great player and a great addition to this team.
Reed shooting just a little under 39% from three-point range. A good pass inside, and Janessa Hasty gets a basket to go. For Hasty, that is her second bucket. She's got 4 points here in this game. Izzy Reed thought about it, another one in the corner, but gives it up to Lawrence, and Lawrence will drive inside, and she blew the layup. Wide open was Lawrence, and a jump ball forced by Jordan Reed. Lawrence had nobody in the paint and just missed the layup.
Yeah, I mean, she had a great move. She hit the Forrester defender with a nice step, and she had an easy left-handed layup, and I don't even think it touched the rim. I think it might have hit the left side of the rim. It just went straight off the backboard. An uncharacteristic miss right there by Lawrence. Hopefully she won't repeat.
Into lane goes Vaughn, and she gets the foul call. It's going to go against Izzy Reed with a little bit of the chicken wing, pushing her off with that forearm.
Yeah, I mean, that's 2 possessions in a row on both offensive possessions right there. Both of our cameramans under the basket were in a little bit of trouble. They almost got hit right there.
Quick pass out to Vaughn, and she'll travel. She started moving before she dribbled. She disagrees with that call there, but it'll be Wildcat basketball. A 7-point lead for Indiana Wesleyan, 46-39, 4:15 to go third quarter, and Lawrence will inbound right in front of the table and gives it over to Kelly Damon. Damon with the ball guarded by Marin. Finds the corner, Jordan Reed, she's cut off baseline. Damon with a little hesitation, drives inside, puts the floater up, no good, it's short. And the rebound goes to Sebo. Sebo gives it over to Hasty. Hasty looking inside, now pulls it back out. Gives it over to Marin. He's swinging around, gets it to Sebo. Sebo, right foul line extended, drives inside. The three-pointer by Vaughn, no good, too long. Izzy Reed comes down with the rebound.
Great defensive possession right there by the Wildcats, and if they can continue, they might be able to come out on top.
Lawrence with the basketball. She picked up her dribble. Good defense by Hasty. She finally gets it away to Kelly Damon, who has the ball top of the key. Into the corner goes Jordan Reed. Jordan Reed drives and is hit hard by Valiente Marin. And Reed will head to the line for the first time in this game. Jordan Reed, she's got 2 points on the game, shooting 1 for 4 to go along with 3 rebounds and a steal and an assist.
Yeah, and checking in for the Wildcats will be number 21, Bailey Van Dyke, and she will be subbing in for number 32, Lily Frazier.
Here's another look at that foul as Reed kind of just took the arm from Valiente Marin. Reed knocks down both free throws. She's an 83% free throw shooter, and she keeps up the hot streak. Now 42 of 50 on the season. Wildcats back into their press, but Foresters easily break it. Valiente Marin now inside. That's Vaughn with the basketball. Behind the back, nearly turned it over. Now gets it inside to Rouse. Rouse spins against Reed. Three-pointer on the way. Quick shot from Sebo, but she misses once again. Sebo is yet to hit a 3 here in this second half, and Jordan Reed was flying by the defender who just reached out to get the foul because Reed was going to have an easy shot at the basket. Foul's going to go against Lauda Valiente Marin.
Yeah, and a big substitution for the Wildcats. Checking in will be number 15, Ashley Mader, number 0, Jade Nutley, and number 24, Claire Merrill.
And Mader gets her first action here in this game, but actually she'll take a seat on the bench. She'll go back to check in because she's coming in for the shooter, Jordan Reed. Reed's first free throw is up and a miss for Jordan Reed. trying to extend this lead back to 10. Reed collects, dribbles, spins the ball in her left hand and fires up the free throw. It's good. Mater will come in now for Jordan Reed with a 10-point lead for Indiana Wesleyan. The Wildcats will jump back into their press. Man-to-man, it's Merrill against Ryman. Ryman crossover, gets the screen from Robrock. Ryman drives inside, nearly turned it over, collects it inside to Hasty. Hasty turns it over, a steal from Ashley Mater. Some quick work on the defensive end by Mater, making a quick impact, and now Damon with a basketball, drives inside. Mater in the corner. She'll dribble it out, now picks up her dribble, gives it to Claire Merrill, top of the key. Merrill to Bailey Van Dyke, she drives baseline. A good move in the air, double clutches, and gets the layup to fall over Logan Rouse. And 51-39, Indiana Wesleyan leads. Ryman has the basketball, top of the key. Foresters need something to silence this Indiana Wesleyan run. Ryman nearly traveled, gets it away to Robrock. Robrock will give it back to Ryman. Into the corner goes Vaughn. Vaughn drives baseline, fires it up off the underside of the basket, no good. And Kelly Damon comes the other way, trying to extend this Indiana Wesleyan lead. Good crossover by Damon inside. She's tapped on the forearm, and she'll head to the line to extend the Indiana Wesleyan lead. If she hits one of these free throws, it'll be the largest lead of the game for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and the coach for the Foresters, Magert, is pretty upset right there, as it almost simultaneously seemed as if it was the exact same possession for both offenses, except the Wildcats were not called for a foul on the Foresters side of the possession, but then the exact same side, the Wildcats are called, or the Foresters called for the penalty, and it sends the Wildcats to the line.
And a big foul differential here in this game. Fouls for the Foresters, 17. Fouls for the Wildcats, 7. So it'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll stay here. 17 fouls for the Foresters, so that puts a lot of players in foul trouble. They've got 2 players with 3, that's Drake and Ryman, and then a handful of players with 2. Robrock has 2, Valiente Marin has 2, Sebo, Gambrel, and Allie Vaughn also have 2. A 14-point lead for Indiana Wesleyan with 1:36 to play here in the third quarter. Oh, and what do the Foresters need to do to get back into this game?
Yeah, honestly, Sam, I think they need to limit the fouls. That seems to be something, especially we saw it a little bit towards the end of the first half. It was able to send the Wildcats to the line and get that lead going into halftime. But it is very evident so far in the second that they're playing very aggressive defense, very aggressive and solid defense, but that aggressive defense is leading to fouls.
So the Foresters need to cut back on the fouls is what Owen says. So a near turnover by the Foresters, but now Rouse has it underneath the basket. Robrock has it in the corner, gets to Gambrel. Gambrel top of the key, guarded by Nutley. She dribbles inside, looking, finds Rouse, cutting across. Now Rouse has it on the elbow. Rouse dribbles, guarded by Mater, and it's picked off by Claire Merrill. Another turnover for the Foresters, and you can't do that when you're trying to come back against a top 10 team in the country who's turned the ball over. Kelly Damon, top of the key, gives it to Merrill. They swing it into Frazier in the corner. Frazier goes behind the back, drives baseline. She's cut off, double teamed, gives it over to Jade Nutley, who couldn't handle a pass, had to get it away. Back inside to Frazier. She spins, left-handed shot is up, and it's good. Lily Frazier with another basket. She's got 21.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know what to call that, Sam, because I mean there was some bad, there was some good on that offensive possession, but I mean it was followed up by an unbelievable shot.
Lily Frazier is the only player in double figures for Indiana Wesleyan. She's got 21, and another turnover, that one by Logan Rouse, throwing it over the head of Celeste Ryman. Ryman 5'4", I think Rouse thought she was 6'4" on that pass.
Yeah, and I mean, you just mentioned that Frazier is the only Wildcat in double digits, but Sam, she is also the only player in the entire game so far that has reached the 20s in their points.
Damon has the ball. A little bit of a zone defense here from the Foresters. They're going to hold for what could be the last shot, just a 0.5 differential from the shot clock to game clock, but a turnover, and Allie Vaughn will drive inside, and a foul by Claire Merrill, and she can't believe it. Vaughn kind of jumped into Merrill, and Merrill is called for the foul. Disagrees with that one, but it'll send Vaughn to the line with 4.9 to go. Here's another look at the play. Vaughn collects, jumps in. I don't see a foul there. Claire Merrill's backing up, and you see Vaughn nearly at a 45-degree angle, leaning in, trying to get that foul call.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to agree with you. I mean, that was a very questionable call, and I thought she was going to get away with it. Or I say get away with it, but I didn't even see much. But then the referee was able to come in, and I guess he saw something here that we might not have seen.
She hits both the free throws, and Damon will attempt a long three, and she hits it! Kelly Damon!
Oh, my goodness!
What a shot!
Unbelievable!
A buzzer beater at the end of the third quarter extends the Wildcat lead to 17. What a shot from Kelly Damon.
Wow.
From 35 feet, and Indiana Wesleyan leads 58-41. That'll send you to the
definitely.
fourth quarter break. 58-41, you're listening to Wildcat basketball. Back now here for the fourth quarter after a huge three from Kelly Damon. Her first three-pointer of the game extends the Wildcat lead to 17. Kelly Damon thought about another three, left foul line extended, but she'll give it up to Claire Merrill. Merrill is double-teamed inside to Reed. Here's Kelly Damon from three once again. In and out, can't get the three-pointer to fall, so she can hit from 35, but she can't hit from right on top of that three-point line. A quick shot from Ryman, and she hits a three. And cuts the lead back down to 14, 58-44. Jordan Reed with the basketball over to Kelly Damon. Damon inside to Nutley. Nutley spins, fires up a shot. Oh, it just rolls around in and out. But Jordan Reed comes down with the rebound, and Nutley will draw another foul on the Foresters. This one's gonna go against Rouse, and it'll be her third foul.
Yeah, and Rouse fell pretty hard right there, and she was a bit shaken, get it up, and I think she's gonna come out right here.
And the Foresters have really struggled. They're getting a lot of blocking foul calls because they're setting up inside of that restricted circle, just inside the paint. We haven't seen any charges called in this game, and I think that is probably one of the reasons. Here's that bounce around. You see Rouse go down hard, and Jade Nutley go to the line. Nutley missed the first and hits the second, 59-44. With 9:06 to play here in the fourth quarter. Ryman coming down the court fast. Handoff dribble to Sebo. Sebo gives it to Janessa Hasty. Hasty nearly turned the ball over to Jordan Reed, but collected by Vaughn. Inside goes Gramble. And Gambrel gets the bucket to fall, 59-46. for Gambrel. That's her 4th bucket of the game. She's got 8.
Yeah, and I know Gambrel's been in some foul trouble lately, but I would honestly thought that the Foresters would have kept her in maybe a little bit longer to try and test this Wildcat defense.
Frazier's going to drive inside, knifing through that defense, but kicks it out to Damon. Frazier back inside, good pass inside to Jade Nutley. She missed the first shot, gets her own rebound, and gets the putback.
And Sam, it is a tale of every quarter so far as the Wildcats have been able to, yes, they've missed a shot, but they've been able to follow it up with an offensive rebound and either get to the line or make a shot.
And a 3-pointer is good by Allie Vaughn. And just like that, it's a 12-point ball game. Back the other way comes Jordan Reed, and she's going to get a foul. She was frustrated after the miss, and Gambrel came down with the rebound, and Reed gets the foul. Actually, it's going to be a foul on Reed.
Yeah, that confused me for a bit, too. It almost seemed as if
Reed was nearly setting up at the free throw line.
Yeah, and Coach Whaley was yelling a little bit, so I might have thought that there would have been a free throw right there.
And it's going to be a travel on Emily Sebo, and Coach Whaley was standing right in front of it. You saw him jumping up in the air and begging for that travel call, and he gets it. 61-49, 7:50 to play here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, Coach Whaley might be one of the most animated coaches in the entire country.
Damon drives inside, finds Jordan Reed in the corner. She thought about a mid-range jumper, doesn't take it, gets it outside to Nutley. 3 on the way, no good. Fighting for the rebound, and it's going to go out of bounds. Forester basketball. So a missed 3 from Jade Nutley. For Nutley, she's just 2 of 5 with 7 points here in this game, but she's got 5 rebounds to go along with an assist.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Lily Frazier is the star of the night for the Wildcats, but the Wildcats have played some solid defense all around, and they've been able to play some extremely good offense as well.
And that solid defense is exemplified there. Wildcats force another turnover, and Damon will come the other way with the basketball, guarded by Sebo. Damon crosses over, drives inside, layup is up, she left it short. It was Lily Frazier comes racing in and gets the rebound. Nice will pass inside to Merrill. Merrill being defended by Gambrel. Gambrel is gonna foul her, and Connor Gambrel plays some tough defense, but picks up the foul.
Yeah, and that tough defense is gonna cost her here again with some minutes.
Her 3rd foul, she'll take a seat on the bench. Gambrel and Sebo will take a spot on the bench, and the Wildcats will inbound into Jade Nutley. Drives, left foul unextended, now spins around a high dribble, and was trying to find Jordan Reed inside, but the pass was tipped. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay Indiana Wesleyan ball. 14 on the shot clock. Kelly Damon to inbound, looking, gets it inside to Reed, a quick pass, and Kelly Damon missed the layup, but is fouled, and she'll head to the line. Fouls on number 34, that's Logan Rouse.
And I don't know if Coach Whaley drew that thing up in practice, but that was an unbelievable inbound possession right there by the Wildcats.
And Damon can't capitalize on the first free throw. She misses that one, and she'll have another shot at the line. Second free throw is good. 62-49, Indiana Wesleyan leads. Just under 7 to play here in the 4th quarter. Wildcats open up into a press, and Lily Frazier, she thought she tipped the ball, but she got a little more wrist than ball. Picks up the foul on Janessa Hasty. Allie Vaughn will inbound right in front of the scorer's table. Vaughn gives it over to Ryman. Ryman guarded by Merrill. Wildcats open up into a little bit of a 2-1-2 zone. Forester's trying to beat the zone, gets it out to Ryman. Left foul line extended. Ball in the corner, that's Rowell. She drives inside. Robrock left a layup short, but Jade Nutley was a little surprised by that shot. She was expecting to get something off the backboard, and the ball just landed in her hands. She couldn't handle it, goes out of bounds. 3 on the shot clock. Foresters will have to draw something up quickly and shoot quickly. Ryman has to throw up a shot, and she traveled.
Yeah, and you saw the look on Merrill's face. She was a bit concerned for a second that they might have called her for a defensive foul, but she was able to draw some great defense right there and was able to draw the travel.
Kelly Damon with the basketball. She'll come the other way, crosses over a couple of times against Ryman, but now gives it up to Lily Frazier. Frazier will drive inside, floater up, no good, just a little bit too strong. And Foresters come down with a rebound. Here comes Vaughn the other way. Quick pass inside to Janessa Hasty, who is running and gets the bucket for her efforts, and she'll head to the line. A foul against the Wildcats, and she'll have a chance at an and one. And Hasty gets rewarded for running the floor. Foul goes against Jade Nutley, and she can't convert on the three-point play, so it'll stay an 11-point game. Jordan Reed comes quickly the other way, a little bit too fast, and she can't get the layup to fall, gets her own rebound and is fouled. And it's been the offensive rebounding of the Wildcats that has made a big difference in this game.
Yeah, that's been one of their strongest suits the entire game. They're actually only offensive rebounding the Foresters 8-5, but if you look at the rebounds, the Wildcats are up 29-21, and that's been one of the sides of the Wildcats that has been very, very positive, and it has led to this lead that they have so far.
Reed at the line to shoot two with 6:01 to play. She leaves the first short, and Reed has missed a couple of free throws here in this game. Some uncharacteristic misses for Jordan Reed. She hits the second free throw and extends the lead to 12. 6:01 to play. Fourth quarter, Wildcats lead 63-51, and they'll jump back into their man-to-man press. Ryman, as she has all night, will try to break it against Claire Merrill.
Yeah, and Reed comes out, and Bailey Van Dyke will check in.
Merrill was screened by Robrock, now a switch. Ryman guarded by Maddie Lawrence. Lawrence will switch on to Hasty. Hasty drives around her inside, draws the foul, nearly had the and one. We'll head to the line, a foul on Maddie Lawrence, and Lawrence got beat by Hasty there, good move.
Yeah, Lawrence almost head bopped her with her hand, and it's gonna send the Foresters to the line.
Janessa Hasty, the senior guard from Oak Hill High School, just down the road here from Marion. Here's that foul on Lawrence. He got Hasty on the head. Second free throw on the way. She leaves it short. And it'll keep the Wildcat lead at 12. Lily Frazier with the basketball, crosses over, guarded by Hasty. Frazier trying to drive around right. Frazier goes in and leaves it a little bit too long. Shot doesn't hit the rim. Rebound goes to the Foresters. Here comes Valiente Marin. She's driving against Merrill. Into the corner goes Rouse, back out to Valiente Marin. And a foul's gonna go against Merrill. She reached in and picks up another foul. Timeout's gonna go to Indiana Wesleyan. It'll be a full timeout. So we will take a short break. It's the Wildcats leading the Foresters 63-51, 5:16 to play, fourth quarter. .5:16 to play, fourth quarter. Indiana Wesleyan leading the Foresters of Huntington University 63-51. And Claire Merrill has just picked up her 4th foul. And the Foresters will have the basketball with a chance to cut into this Wildcat lead from the free throw line. Valiente Marin, the freshman guard from Carmel High School, will be at the line shooting 2.
Yeah, and due to Merrill picking up her 4th, that will have Jordan Reed check in. So for the Wildcats, we'll have Frazier, Reed, Damon, Lawrence, and Van Dyke on the court.
Both free throws knocked down by Marin. And the Foresters will come the other way. Excuse me, the Wildcats will come the other way. Kelly Damon with the basketball guarded by Marin. Left foul line extended, crosses over, now drives inside. She'll pick up a foul. It's gonna go against Valiente Marin with a little bit of a grab against Kelly Damon, and Damon will head to the line, will shoot free throws the rest of the way.
Yeah, and both teams are actually in the bonus, so no matter what, both teams will be shooting free throws on a foul. It's been an aggressive 4th quarter. I mean, it's a close game. I mean, it's an 11-point game. Damon, hopefully to make it 12 here. But both teams are playing some very aggressive defense, which is honestly leading to those fouls, which is why both teams are in the bonus.
And the Foresters have gone somewhat cold from 3-point range. They hit 8 of 13 in that first half as Gamrell drives inside and picks up another foul. They shot 8 of 13 in that first half. They're just 2 of 7 here, or 2 of 8 here in this second half. So gone a little bit cold from 3-point range, and if they're going to want to cut back into this 12-point Wildcat lead, you're gonna have to start picking up from downtown. And they also have to start shooting better from the free throw line. They've missed 4 free throws here in this game. They're shooting 63% from the line. And that's one of the reasons they're down by 12. And Gamrell can't convert any of the free throws. She misses both. Wildcats still lead by 12, 65-53, 4:46 to play. Lily Frazier with the basketball, spin move against Hasty. Looking inside, now kicks it out to Kelly Damon. Right foul line extended, she drives. Handoff dribble to Frazier. Frazier spins inside. Basket is good. Right over the top of Valiente Marin. And Frazier with another bucket here in this 4th quarter.
Yeah, and Frazier went cold for a little bit, Sam, but she was able to find the basket right there and add to her point total now at 23.
Gambrell drives inside. Nearly got fouled, but can't get the bucket to fall. Gets her own rebound, throws up another shot, draws the foul. She will head to the line to shoot 2. Foul's gonna be on number 2, Maddie Lawrence, and Lawrence has picked up 3 quick fouls here in this 4th quarter. All 3 of her fouls coming in the 4th quarter. Foul trouble for the Wildcats. Claire Merrill has 4. Lily Frazier and Maddie Lawrence have 3 for the Foresters. 3 apiece for Ryman, Vaughn, Drake, Gambrell, and Valiente Marin. And then 2 for Robrock, Rowles, and Sebo.
Yeah, and there's another miss by Gambrell at the free throw line, and another one followed up. So she will go 0 for 4 on back-to-back offensive possessions from the line.
And if you want to come back against the Wildcats, you got to hit your free throws, which Gambrell cannot do there. Damon will drive inside off the back of the rim, and it's in. A bucket for Kelly Damon. And she's been quiet tonight, but she has a quiet 14 points.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Her 14 points have come at various times. They're not it's not really where Frazier's have kind of been, very consistent. Damon's has come at very different times.
Gambrell is fouled, and Maddie Lawrence goes down. I think she got hit. I believe Maddie Lawrence might have gotten hit in the face. She's reaching for her nose, checking for a nosebleed. But she'll sub out for Jade Nutley, and Gambrell will head to the line to shoot 2 more. She's shot now, it'll be 6 free throws on 3 straight possessions for Connor Gambrell.
Yeah, now 2 Wildcats are in this deep foul trouble. My apologies. Both at 4. You have Merrill with 4, and obviously now Lawrence has 4.
And a miss by Connor Gambrell. And another miss, and Gambrell missed 6 free throws in a row. Jordan Reed will come down the other way. Bailey Van Dyke with the basketball. She'll back it out. Takes some time now. Van Dyke drives inside, spins, nearly traveled. I thought she switched her pivot foot for a second. Frazier gets the skip pass inside to Jade Nutley, and Nutley comes up limping, but she draws the foul. Nutley got her leg tangled up as she was going up to shoot, but she will head to the line to extend this Wildcat lead, which is, as the clock ticks down, is looking more and more insurmountable for the Foresters.
Yeah, and there is another made free throw right there by Jade Nutley, and that's something the Wildcats have done, which has amounted to their lead. They're going to the line off of Forester penalties, and they're making the free throws.
Wildcats shooting 80% from the free throw line. Foresters just 43%, and that's become a story of this fourth quarter. Wildcats will go back into their press. 3:15 to go, fourth quarter. Valiente Marin will drive in. Good tip pass from Lily Frazier. If she didn't tip that pass, it was going to be a Rollbrock all alone in the paint with an easy layup. But there goes another foul on Jade Nutley, and another free throw opportunity for the Foresters. This time it'll be Janessa Hasty. Hasty is 0 for 3 at the line. Let's see if she can convert one of these free throws. She collects, fires, off the back of the rim, no good.
Yeah, and we talked about a couple Wildcats who are in foul trouble, but that's actually Nutley's first foul, personal foul of the entire game. So she has stayed pretty clean.
Finally a free throw make for the Foresters. They break the cold streak. They'd missed 7 in a row. They've shot just 3 of 13 from the free throw stripe here in this fourth quarter. Van Dyke drives inside, left-handed layup, no good. Rebound goes to Vaughn. Vaughn will give it away to Valiente Marin. Marin will dribble right-handed down the lane. Skip pass inside. Shot is up, no good. It's gonna be another foul on Indiana Wesleyan. We've had 5 straight possessions, 5 straight fouls for the Wildcats, and it'll be Janessa Hasty going back to the line. So in what has been a minute of game time, we've played, it's been about 15 minutes here in Lucky Arena. Yeah,
some very, very aggressive defense by Coach Whaley and the Wildcats that he is calling. I mean, he's coming out with 3 minutes left, and he's having that half-court, full-court press that he's having, and it is leading to fouls in the paint due to a little bit of a mismatch of players down inside.
Hasty converts both at the line. 71-56, 2:42 to play, and the Foresters have to open up into a little bit of a press, but now they back off. Kelly Damon with the basketball over the midcourt stripe, dribbling the right-handed, hesitates, crosses over, and nearly turned the ball over, but it was tipped right to Lily Frazier, who took too many steps. Frazier called for the travel. 71-56, 2:27 to play, fourth quarter, and the Foresters have the ball. Wildcats in their half-court trap press, trying to force a turnover by the Foresters. They like to go into this press, especially when they're in the lead, try to force some turnovers, but Foresters break the press, but now they turn the ball over, and Jordan Reed will come the other way. Jordan Reed down the lane, has it poked away from behind. Good defense from Allie Vaughn to poke away Jordan Reed's would-be layup, and Damon will inbound. Gets it out to Jade Nutley, handoff to Kelly Damon. She picks up her dribble, now gives it to Frazier, top of the key. Frazier inside to Nutley. Nutley spins around, trying to get it inside to Jordan Reed, but it's Valiente Marin racing around the floor. I felt like she guarded every single player on that possession. She's just running around with a good defense and tips the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, that was some solid defense right there by the Foresters, and I mean, especially like you said, just that one player alone, Valiente Marin.
A kickball out of bounds will stay with the Wildcats. 1:59 to play, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Frazier inside, she throws up a shot. Thought she was fouled, doesn't get the foul call. It'll stay with Indiana Wesleyan though. He'll call it a block shot. And with 18 seconds on the shot clock, Wildcats will have another opportunity. Outside to Frazier, she spins around, free throw line, goes in between Nutley's legs. She loses the ball. And Forrester's come the other way. Here comes Valiente Morin. The layup too hard, just a little bit too strong, but they get their own rebound. Valiente Morin in the corner for three, too strong once again. And good fight from Janessa Hasty to pull down a rebound and draw the foul. She'll head to the line to shoot 2 more free throws, and Lily Frazier comes up a little slowly after that foul.
Yeah, she's clearly hurting. I mean, Jordan Reed and Lily Frazier kind of collided right there, almost seamlessly mid-air. And obviously Jordan Reed coming off of an injury to that knee, as you can tell, she's braced up. And obviously Lily Frazier, who's played a lot of minutes tonight. So, you know, both are quite exhausted. So, I mean, hitting the floor pretty hard is going to me, honestly, it knocked the wind out of me.
Hasty makes the first at the line and then makes the second. So after missing a handful in a row, the Foresters have picked it back up from the free throw line, but they trail by 13 and a full timeout by Coach Whaley with 1:37 to play. So we'll take a break. Wildcats lead by 13, 71-58. You're tuned in to Wildcat basketball. Back to action here in Marion, Indiana. It's a 13-point game with 1:33 to play. Wildcats lead the Foresters 71-58. The Foresters exited with a 4-point lead in the first quarter. Since then, it's been all Indiana Wesleyan. And a charge called against Maddie Lawrence. And for Lawrence, I believe that might be her 5th. It is. Lawrence has fouled out after the offensive foul, so she will head to the bench, and Bailey Van Dyke will come into for her with 1:23 to play here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that is one thing the Wildcats are blessed with that the Foresters really aren't blessed with tonight, especially due to the injuries on their team, is the Wildcats have depth on their bench.
And Vaughn makes quick work of the Wildcat defense and gets the bucket to fall. But Kelly Damon will waste some time here on the offensive end.
Yeah, Coach Whaley doesn't want anything to be rushed too fast. They don't want to lead to something unheard of and an unbelievable comeback by the Foresters. So.
And a foul on the inside is going to go against Maddie Robrock. And it'll send one of the Wildcats to the line with 54 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. It'll be Jade Nutley heading to the line.
Yeah, and after that foul right there by the Foresters, Nutley seemed as if she was limping a little bit, and we noticed that earlier in this quarter, or in this half. I couldn't remember if it was in the third or fourth, but we noticed she was limping a little bit. Obviously, we did talk about earlier in the game, she is coming off of an injury, so it might have just tweaked something a little bit. But, I mean, obviously, she goes 2 for 2 right there, so.
A timeout called by the Foresters. It'll be a full timeout, so we'll take another break after the free throws from Nutley. It's 73-60, 54 seconds to play here in Marion, Indiana. You're tuned in to Wildcat basketball. Back now in Marion, Indiana, where the Wildcats lead 73-60. A timeout called by head coach of the Foresters, Darby Maggard. Her team trails by 13. Wildcats will have to come back quickly on defense. They were in their huddle just a little bit too long. Gambrell will drive inside, can't get the bucket to fall, and another foul is going to be called against the Foresters. It's against Gambrell. I believe that's her 4th foul. And the Wildcats will head to the line. And if you're wondering if it's been a lot of foul calls here in this 4th quarter, you're right. It's been there's been 20 foul calls here in this 4th quarter. 13 by the Foresters, 7 by Indiana Wesleyan. So Frazier will head to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, and it seems as almost all of the fouls have come within the last 4 minutes, or the final 4 minutes of this game. I mean, we're sitting here at 48.6 seconds left as Frazier connects on her 2nd free throw. So she goes 1 for 2 from the line.
I had that actually mixed up. It's 13 fouls on the Wildcats and 8 on the Foresters. So there's a block by Jade Nutley. And the Wildcats, just a 10-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. So the Foresters will do a little bit of a trap. But another foul is going to be called. This one on Gambrell again. And I believe that's her 5th.
Foul number 24, Connor Gambrell.
It's on Gambrell, and she will take a seat on the bench with 5 fouls. She finishes with 8 points and 5 rebounds to go along with an assist and 3 turnovers. So Frazier knocks down the first free throw.
No, she had missed a free throw off the back rim.
That was my bad. She
you're good.
knocks down the second free throw.
You're good, Sam.
I was a little busy looking at fouls.
I got you. That's what I'm here for.
It'll come the other way. Here comes Rouse with a 2-second differential from shot clock to game clock, and she'll turn it over, and the Wildcats can dribble things out as long as there's not another foul called. And a timeout by Coach Whaley as they were trapping Kelly Damon. 17.4 to play, 30-second timeout. So let's take a look at what the Wildcats have coming up. They've now won 11 in a row, counting this game, and they will stay home against Grace College.
Yeah, this Saturday.
This Saturday. Grace College, the 3rd-ranked team in the Crossroads League. They're not ranked in the NAI. They are receiving votes. So a big game for Indiana Wesleyan to keep up their hot streak. For the Foresters, they've got the Bethel Pilots coming up next. Bethel Pilots will travel to Huntington to play the Foresters. That game happening on January 28th, this Saturday at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean, if you look back at the last time the Wildcats played Grace College, the Wildcats came in on top 85-77. It was at Grace College, though, so in Grace College has a beautiful arena. I was able to look at some of the pictures. But, you know, the Wildcats were able to come out on top, so hopefully they can do the same and continue this win streak to 12 games starting Saturday at 3 p.m.
And Lily Frazier will dribble things out, and the Wildcats will get the victory. 75-60, Indiana Wesleyan takes down Huntington. In this midweek Crossroads League action, the Wildcats advance to 19-3. Foresters fall to 8-14. Wildcats keep pace with Marion, who beat Grace today. Both those teams tied for first place in the Crossroads League. Both teams 11-1. As we said, next up for the Wildcats, it's Grace College on Saturday at 1 o'clock. For the Foresters, they take on Bethel at 1 o'clock. Wildcats looking to extend their win streak to 12 games. And we are finished here in Marion, Indiana. As I said, the Wildcats win 75-60. Leading scorer in the game, it was Lily Frazier. She finished with 25 points. Kelly Damon added in 14. Jade Nutley added in 11. For Huntington, their leading scorer was Allie Vaughn. She hit 3 threes and finished with 15 points. Emily Sebo finished with 12, and Janessa Hasty off the bench with 11. So that is all from Lucky Arena. I'm Sam Wirt.
I'm Owen Addison.
And you've been listening to Wildcat Basketball.